Hey everybody, it's the Godfather again, back out here with 4B. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, for any of you that are watching. I have decided to run a bottom mount turbo setup, and there's a very specific reason as to why. Many people have ran the CX Racing top mount turbo kit and had great success with it. Many people have actually flipped bottom mount turbos to where they are top mounted and used adapter flanges to get it to fit kind of like CX's kit. What I want to do, in keeping with the spirit of the Chinese dragon that this car will be, I want to build a bottom mount setup. Now, no, when you pop the hood, it's not going to have that beautiful turbocharger sitting right here for everybody to see, but I'm going to have the exact same performance gains. Exact same. Now, as far as bottom mount setups go for the E46, it's really touch and go. Most people, you'll see these $600, $800, $900 eBay turbo kits with a bottom mount cast iron manifold. You've seen them, they look like a big block. Now, I'm not saying those are bad, because that's probably what we're going to be using for her. I mean, you can't beat cast iron. It's heavy, it's solid, it's not going to bust. But all the components that come with this thing are just crap. So what we're going to do is, instead of buying one of these kits, we are going to piece it together bit by bit with parts that I've hand selected. All of these parts will be either universal or a specific fit to the E46 chassis, made in China, and my personal preference, be it blue, black, silver, freaking tie-dye. I don't care. I'm going to run a GT3582 turbocharger. It's based off of a Garrett design, which is one of the best 3 to 6 liter engine turbochargers to have ever been created. This build is going to have detailed info on each individual component week by week. All you have to do is just tune in. I'm going to tell you what parts that you can get, really neat Chinese parts, like your blow-off valve, for instance. I mean, it serves its purpose, but I'll explain a little bit more about compressor surge and turbo flutter and things like that when I get a blow-off valve, and I teach you guys about why you can afford to skip a little money there. But there's certain places, like with the wastegate, that you don't want to get something that's a crappy Chinese part, because the safety and reliability of your engine depends on that wastegate functioning. So what we're going to do is go through this entire build together. I'm going to explain to you what to do, how to do it, where to order your parts from, if you need tuning, who can do your tuning, what injectors I can recommend for different PSIs, what mass airflow sensors, PMAS, HPX, by the way. Just stay tuned. By the way, check this out. Today, I got a GT3582 turbocharger from Max Peeting Rods. Here's a neat little box that come in. It's even got my name on the top. It says Nico and made in China, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, this is a water-cooled and an oil-cooled turbocharger, so I have ports for both. And there's correct ways to cock these ports so that you don't get oil coking and that you're able to draw the maximum amount of water from your engine. This has a 2-inch outlet, a 4-inch inlet, and a .73 wheel. Check it out. Now, I'm going to do a teardown. You guys probably aren't going to see that because, well, it's boring and it sucks. But what I'm going to do is tear it apart, check the turbine housings for burrs and things like that, check for shaft play, check for balancing. I've spun the wheel on both ends so far, though. I hear no chattering. It seems really well balanced, and if you look, you can actually see on the wheel where they've grinded off just up here. That means that they balanced it in-house. It's heavy as hell. It has a 4-bolt standard T3 flange, which is great because I don't get the neat downpipe that CX Racing makes, but I will be able to find 2.5-inch and 3-inch flanges that adapt to that 4-bolt and convert it to a V-band, which is going to allow me as a fabricator to fabricate my own downpipe without much issue. We're going to be using all eBay components for that. Chinese made. If it's not Chinese made, it's not going on here. Don't take that to the bank. But stick with me. We're going to run this bottom mount turbo, and chances are we're going to convert back to top mount later on. I'll more than likely end up running CX's kit just because I like the idea of popping my hood and seeing my beautiful turbo. But as far as a performance gain, nothing's going to change. From my bottom mount turbo to the top mount turbo, from my oil feed line difference, nothing's going to change. I'm going to get the same performance. So my computer will already be tuned and ready to go. So the top mount's just as simple as getting the correct intercooler piping, buying the manifold, and getting the correct downpipe. You guys stay tuned. Give me your thoughts. I'm really excited about this. It's a budget build. I'm going to give you guys all the secrets that nobody else has managed to create or give to anybody. This isn't any forum stuff or anything like that. So you guys stay with me. Stay with me, and we're going to build this beautiful Chinese dragon. All right, take it easy.